Prince Harry and Meghan Markle started their new non-royal life in the middle of all of this, and they've wasted no time giving back.
I think it's certainly strange times. Everyone is experiencing the same thing in a very sort of unique way.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the longer this goes on for, I imagine certainly the harder it is for each and every one of you. It's very nice to see the familiar faces on here. I don't know how you guys feel, but presumably some days are way worse than other days. And some days are okay. When you've got, in some cases, there's the added asset of having more pairs of hands to help. But at the same time, depending on how old those children are, it can completely turn the opposite way as well. And I think it's really important for people to remember that just because you as a parent or as anybody can sit there now smiling, being like, this is fine. Like, but what's actually going on in your mind and the experiences that you've had over the last few weeks, and in some cases maybe years, the resilience and the strength that you guys have is absolutely incredible. And you must never, ever, ever, ever forget that. And of course, there's going to be hard days. I can't even begin to imagine how hard it is for you guys. You're having one kid at 11 months old. So to see what you guys are going through on a day-to-day basis, honestly, so much respect to every single one of you. And to Rachel, to you, as you quite rightly say, there's a hell of a lot of positives that are happening at the same time. Being able to have family time, so much family time that you almost think, oh, do I feel guilty for having so much family time? It's well, you've got to celebrate those moments where you just are on the floor rolling around in hysterics because of something that's happened, and then there's inevitably half an hour later, maybe a day later, there's going to be something that you have to deal with, and there's no way that you can run away from it. You can't even distract yourself in a different room. But as long as you guys are looking after yourselves and looking after each other, that is the best that you can do. This is life. To a certain extent, there's not much that you can do about it, except where is the light at the end of the tunnel? Let's focus on that and keep the morale up, because it's all about morale. If morale is up, if you're waking up in the morning going, right, new day, got my whole family here, what are we going to do? Of course, there's that fear of what might happen, but there's so much that's out of our control. And all of a sudden, we now realize how small we are in the grand scheme.
Yeah, so that was a chat that Harry did for Well Child, an organization he's been a patron of for years. Yeah, so he wanted to have a talk with some parents that are going through this now, especially some parents that are with special needs children. But yeah, we can recap a little bit about what Harry and Meghan have been doing the last couple of weeks. So they donated over $100,000 to the charity Feeding Britain. And that money was apparently part of the profit from their 2018 broadcast of their wedding, which they always said they vowed to donate any profits they had to charity.
Yeah, and also they are LA based now, so ET did confirm that yesterday they volunteered with Project Angel Food in West Hollywood by delivering meals to some people living with critical illness. Now, they kept like their social distance like everybody else is supposed to, all the guidelines while delivering the food. Apparently they wore masks, gloves, and they did stay 6 feet apart.
That's the thing. I mean, hearing this kind of stuff that they're doing, it's pretty amazing that they're doing that kind of stuff like that. They can just donate money and people would be fine with that. They would love to hear that headline that they've donated money. But the fact that they're actually going out driving and dropping off these meals, in a way, like putting themselves not in danger, I would say, but at least, putting themselves a little bit at risk, getting close to people delivering this food. So it's great that they're doing that kind of stuff.
And I don't even know if it's advisable, to be honest with you. I don't know what people would say who, sort of have a voice of authority when it does come, when it does come to that. I don't know. I mean, I know you want to do something, and that's really the hard part in all of this. One of the hard parts in all of this is that if you are an individual where you really, really want to do something and you want to help out, you want to go and you want to go out and you want to, meet people and physically help people. But I don't know if that's even advisable right now, which is a tough spot to be in when you're Harry and Meghan.
Yeah, people are just excited to see Prince Harry again video. Yeah, that thing is, we've been talking about, celebrities getting on whatever, Zoom, Skype, talking to people. And yeah, it's great to see Prince Harry. It's such interesting timing, right? They just left their royal roles. I think it was April 3rd was the last day of the royal rule. So now they're quote unquote citizens. So I'm sure it's easier for them to do this kind of stuff. Civilian gesture, yeah. Civilians be a better word. But yeah, so it's cool to see him, doing this kind of stuff. I know once again the reaction is going to be, I'm sure they have nannies helping out Archie. I don't know if they really do though. If they have, I'm sure they have one nanny, but yeah, I'm sure they've helped to a certain extent. But yeah, it's interesting to hear Harry's perspective on it.